Hey GolfPass, Randall Hunt here, host of Pain-Free Golf. Have you ever played a round of golf and you're hitting the ball well and it's going where you're looking and you're like, hey, I think I got this golf thing figured out a little bit. And the very next round, you're like, what alien jumped into my body and took over my golf swing? There's no contact, you're missing it right, you're missing it left. If this has happened to you, it's because your golf swing is relying on timing. I've got a tip for you that's going to take the timing out of your golf swing to allow more power and more accuracy. Now, I can't take full credit for this tip. I came up with this tip while working with Jason Day. When Jason Day first came onto the PGA Tour, I was his full-time strength and conditioning coach, and I did over 20 weeks with him on the road. Often I would share a hotel with Jason, and if his wife Ellie traveled with him, I would be with his swing coach, Cole. And what we worked on is Cole wanted his hands to only work up and down in the golf swing. He never wanted his hands to roll, because when your hands roll, that creates side spin on the golf ball. And he never wanted his hands to work this way, because when your hands move side to side, that's what adds loft and de-lofts the golf club. So if we're trying to hit the ball consistently day in and day out, we want to have no movement with our hands, and we want to lead with our trunk and have our trunk be what moves the golf club. So in order to do this, we have to start our backswing with our ribs. Our ribs have to move first, and if our ribs move first, our hands stay nice and dead. Let me show you what happens if you move with your arms and hands. I move my arms and my hands. Look at where the butt end of the club head is pointing. Can you see where the butt end's pointing at the target? At some point, this club head's gonna have to come and point back at my body. This right here involves timing. Now, if I turn and I move my ribs, look at where the club head is. The butt end of the club here is pointing right at my body. I've stayed connected. I've cut down timing. Now, what I like to do to master the takeaway, if my goal is to start the backswing with my ribs and get my ribs to move, I want to do that by engaging the biggest muscle that attaches to my ribs, which is my lat. Your lat sits right here. It's a massive muscle that attaches to your rib cage. In order to get your lat to squeeze, I like using an orange, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take an orange, or just a metaphor of an orange, and you're gonna put it underneath your armpit. And what you're gonna do is on your takeaway, is you're just going to make orange juice. You're gonna squeeze that orange and have orange juice. And if you're at home and you wanna feel your lat muscle, just imagine that there's an orange right there. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna squeeze that orange. And you squeeze that orange, and what you fire into that armpit, that's your lat engaging. Let me show you what this looks like in real time. I'm gonna set up to the golf ball. I'm gonna imagine that orange right there underneath my armpit, and I'm gonna make orange juice on this backswing. Boom. If you wanna hit bombs like that are accurate and consistent, squeeze that orange on the takeaway. And what you're gonna notice with your driver, the more you move your ribs, the quieter your hands get. Often in interviews, Jason Day would say, the harder I swing my driver, the straighter it goes. And people would be mind blown by that. Because they're thinking, oh my gosh, if you're swinging with your arms and hands, their ball goes everywhere. The reason he thought that is the harder you move your center mass, the more you move your ribs and your trunk, you're deactivating your arms and hands, which keeps the ball nice and straight. Now I'm here at the Omni Champions Gate Resort in Orlando, Florida, and you can see it's super windy. This tip is crucial if you're playing in the wind. You do not want to have any side spin or add any kind of loft or backspin. So remember, if you want to have more powerful, straighter, accurate drives on your takeaway, start it with your ribs by squeezing the orange. If you enjoyed this tip, make sure to comment below. Make sure to watch my series, Pain-Free Golf, and all the other great series that are right here on GolfPass.